Hello, dear judges, debaters, and audience. My name is Aleksandras. I'm the second speaker of the Negative House today, and I would like to ask you to wake up because it's almost 9 o'clock at the morning. We have a pretty weather, and we have a topic when it comes to both the United Nations should prioritize poverty reduction over combating global climate change. Me, as a guy from the Negative House, I'm going to say what was wrong from the Affirmative House and represent our argument. So the first speaker of the Affirmative House came here and she said the first argument, and it was, it's cheaper to solve poverty than combat climate change. Am I right? And but it's not about money. Well, how can you say that? It's cheaper to do that, so we will do that. We won't do something that is more expensive, you know? For example, Barack Obama, yeah, the president of the America, right? He didn't came to politics with the idea that, oh, I have to solve economy crisis, I have to solve poverty, I have to solve climate change, but it's too expensive. It will be much cheaper if I'll buy some pizza. I'll sit with my TV and I watch it. Yeah, he didn't say that. So that argument is, what is that? That's not even an argument. And Sharunas, yeah, the second speaker, he came and said that people die for ages, and they are still dying now because of climate change. But what our argument says. Our argument is that if we don't combat global climate change, natural disasters would lead to such poverty level that will be difficult to reduce. So if you won't solve climate change today, it will be much more difficult to solve, if we won't solve global climate change, it will be difficult to reduce poverty later. Yes, please.
How can you prove your opinion?
Yes, I'm going to prove now. Yeah. For example, IPCC, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the organization had a report that said that that the frequency of warm spells or heat waves will increase, and increased areas will be affected by drought. We all know what drought means. And drought is, no thank you, drought is one of the biggest enemies of crops, crops. And there will be, if the drought comes, we have no crops and there is no yield. For example, the drought in 2000 in Australia, it's called the Big Dry. In recent years, the number of farms in the area has dropped from 55 to just 10 farms. And for example, farmer Nigel Treloar used to have 800 cows, and now he only milks 250. So all these things lead us to much bigger poverty and not having food on our plates. Other example, there will be increased intense tropical cyclone activity. As we know, cyclones do enormous damage to personal property. As example is a cyclone in Bangladesh on November 15 in 2007. More than 23,000 families remain homeless at these days. 2 years, dear ladies and gentlemen, from that cyclone. And I have third example. And there will be increased incidence of extreme high sea level. You know what does it mean, high sea level? When level of sea rises, right? And that will cause floods, probably, that will cause floods. And I have an example for that. Flood in Turkey in 1998. Thousands of homeless were left near the Black Sea because the level of the Black Sea were higher and flooded houses, and thousands of homeless were left. So as we can see, if we don't don't combat climate change today, the poverty will be really difficult to solve later on. Thank you for listening, dear ladies and gentlemen. I have finished my speech. Thank you for listening.